Hello and welcome to the story of the lion dance. This is a traditional Chinese legend, and there are lots and lots and lots of different versions of this story. I'm going to tell you one version. Long, long ago, in a village in China, the families were all terrified of a monster. This monster was big, with sharp teeth and a long tail, and every year it came into the village to try and eat children. It would also eat all their crops and their food. It would eat anything that it could find, but particularly children. Every year the villagers tried to fight the Nian, the monster. And every year people died. In desperation, the villagers went to see a lion in the forest. Now this lion was brave and old and very, very wise. And the lion agreed to come to the village. The villagers had their New Year's Eve party all ready when they heard the footsteps and the roaring of the monster, the Nian. The lion came out into the village square and roared, and the monster roared back. There was a big fight. The lion was rearing up and trying to fight the dragon, or the Nian, the monster. The lion snapped its jaws, and the villagers made lots and lots of sounds, banging saucepans to try and frighten the dragon away. In the end, the lion did chase the dragon away, and it went far, far away the other side of the mountains. The villagers were very, very pleased, and they had their New Year's Eve party. Many years passed with the dragon not coming back, and then one year a traveller came to the village and said that the Nian was not very far away. The villagers were terrified. They wondered what on earth they could do. So they went to visit the lion again to ask for his help, but the lion wasn't there. He'd been asked to guard the imperial palace, the palace of the king, so he couldn't help. The villagers wondered what on earth they could do, and then one villager, a little old lady, had an idea. Lots of the villagers went into a room and they made something. They told everyone else to get out firecrackers and red ribbons and light lanterns. They told the children to hide upstairs and to bang things out of their window. Sure enough, on New Year's Eve they heard the footsteps and the roaring of the dragon. They could hear it thundering through the forest, waving its tail and roaring. From a house out came another lion. This time the lion was made out of paper and paint. It had large eyes and sharp teeth, and inside the lion, which was covered with blankets, inside were two men. One was moving the head and one was moving the body. Now these two men were acrobats, and they were used to standing on each other's shoulders. The Nian, the dragon, came into the village and he roared, and he was asking for children to eat. The children leant out of the windows, banging drums and shaking noisy things. Everywhere in the village was covered with red cloths and ribbons. Lanterns were everywhere, and the dragon didn't like the colour red. He shook his head, and he didn't like the light, and he didn't like the sound, and then he saw the lion from a distance. The lion stomped and it reared up on its head. And the Nian remembered what the lion had done before, and it ran away. The villagers all cheered and they had their New Year's Eve celebration. The two acrobats got out of the costume and everyone praised them, and they praised the old lady for the idea. Finally, the Nian had been defeated. The dragon had gone, and every year in cities and villages all over China, there are lion dances. Sometimes the dances include a lion and a red dragon. Red is the colour of good luck. It was good luck that the old woman had the idea of making a lion. Now, I've given you several tasks about this story. One of them is to make a lion mask, just a flat mask on a stick. Hold it in front of your face and roar at your family. Cover yourself with a blanket and do a lion dance to some Chinese music. Have a look at the Lion Dance Championships that you can see on Google. There's lots and lots of videos. You can see them amazing acrobatic tricks on high poles balancing. And remember, it's 2 people inside. If you're lucky enough next year to go to London in Chinatown, you'll be able to see the lion dance. Sometimes the lions have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people. The lions are really long. But that's where the story comes from, a village in the south of China. If you look up this story, the story of the Nian, you will find lots and lots of different versions. I've put them all together into one version, and I hope you enjoyed the story.